Welcome everybody to otakusandgeeks.com. Justin here, and today I have another manga review for you, and this one is Sayonara Football Volume 1, which is published by Condensha Comics. I have got the review copy courtesy of Condensha, so I want to thank you guys for that. And as always, I'm going to give you a brief synopsis, so here we go. Midori and Sumire are soccer stars at rival schools, destined to collide. One's a striker, the other is a goalie, but the two girls end up in the same high school with a lazy coach and a bizarre teammate. Nozomi, who brags that she's a soccer prodigy, but can't seem to stop kicking the ball in her own goal. To become champions, Midori and Sumire will have to get over their rivalry and work some magic on the field. Not to mention the challenges of growing up. I had a little bit of enjoyment reading this. The problem I had with Sayonara Football is that it's a funny story. There are great aspects to this. Don't get me wrong. First, let me talk about the good, and then I'll start what I didn't like about it. One thing I really did enjoy is the art style. The illustration is on point. There are some severe funny moments in here that I thought the Nozomi character is very likable. I think everybody's going to be attracted to her, and you're going to love her determination on trying to get on this boys team. And that's the whole premise of this volume 1 is Nozomi trying to get on the boys team, and the boys telling her you cannot join the boys team because you are a girl. Even though in the first couple of pages we clearly see that Nozomi is probably the best player and will be the greatest asset they have on the actual team. And the problem I had with the story is that the entire, like, for the most part, that is the whole premise in the whole premise of the volume is Nozomi trying to get on this team and her having to deal with the same. It gets a little tiresome after halfway through. Them keep telling her you're just a girl, you can't compete with us because men and women are different because of the physicality and everything else. And for the most part, if you're gonna add the social commentary, I don't mind social commentary. I'm not saying that's the problem or anything. The problem is when most of the book is the same kind of rhetoric over and over. You're looking for the story to move along. It's a kind of a slow burn read, and you're waiting for it to pick up, and it doesn't pick up until they actually get on the field or when she's in practice where she can actually shine. That's when the book is really, really more enjoyable. I didn't have the fun. There are fun parts of her trying to get on a team. Like there's one great scene where she's thinking of ideas on how to bribe the coach, or how to even at the point to make the coach get in trouble, or blackmail the coach so she can get on a team. So there are some funny moments, but I think it gets hammered down with the constant beating over the head of, oh my gosh, you're just a girl, you can't compete because of the physicality, men and women are different, we get it. But it was just like, you're reading it over and over, just like, okay, where is the actual character development going to happen? And that's when it happens towards the end. So for the first one, I'm going to say it's an enjoyable read, but if you're sensitive to things like a perspective of view of the difference between men and women, or physicality, men are different than women when it comes to physical strength and things like that, if that's your sensitivity, this might not be for you. Let that be your trigger warning. I can't believe I have to do this in 2020, by the way, for something that's fiction. But yeah, let that be your trigger warning. For me, it was an enjoyable read, but I just felt that it felt like a repetitive read because there was too many scenes of the boys telling her you're not good enough. And I get the way the writing style is for us as the reader to get behind her, to cheer her on and relate to her plight. So when she actually proves herself, we're like, damn, this girl's great and everything else. But when you keep beating it over the head, and they do a good job of establishing other male characters and giving a little bit more of their backstory, especially Namek, who I thought was a funny character because he was just following her around. She trained him, and then now that he's older, he's more physically fit, he just told her straight up like, yo, you're not on my level. I surpassed you, and besides, you're a girl. You can't do this. I like those type of dynamics. They do have some good character relationships between her and her brother, who's also a soccer player. So there is some good meat in here, but I just wish those were fleshed out more and wasn't overshadowed by the constant scenes that's always like you're not good enough and everything else. Because there is a lot of those in here, from the coach to the other players, even some of her female friends. It's just like, can we get to the point where we get to the actual meat of the story? So if you're into a slow burn manga, sports manga, this might be for you. For me, it was okay. I just wish that theme wasn't so heavy and we focus a little bit more on the character and more of the plight. We get, use one scene to set that up of what adversity she has to go through. But then to have almost every male character just do it, it's like, guys, come on. It's like, all right, we get it. Where is the story at? So I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. For those who like numbers, if you like stars, I'm going to give it 3 stars. I'm going to give it a 3 star. Well, no, 3.5 stars. I did like the art style of it. And this is Justin from otakusandgeeks.com. If you like what we do here, please like, share, and subscribe. But most importantly, visit otakusandgeeks.com. You can follow us on Instagram, Otakus and Geeks. You can follow us on Twitter, Otakus and Geeks. And you can follow us on Facebook, Otakus and Geeks blog. This is Justin saying, later days, I will definitely catch you on the next review. Peace.